Welcome to the She Is You podcast, where we take everything from personal development, self-love, claiming your radical confidence, and fully stepping into your highest version self. All of the ins and outs that come with it, and how to confidently show up through it all, making the dream life that you pray for manifest into fruition. I'm your host, Kenzie Llewellyn, Master Certified Life Coach, healer, and motivational speaker. Consider this your one-stop shop to chat with your besties about all of the things and get the tough love pick-me-up you need. Here is to living the life that you love and deserve. Now let's get started. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to the podcast. I am so excited because this is the official rebrand and relaunch of the podcast. So I'm super pumped for all of the many good things that are going to come from, I don't know if I'm calling it a season, but I am super excited to just be back on the mic, to be sitting here with you and just talking about all of the things. I feel like so often I've been really wanting to share with you and to just talk on so many things. And it's different whenever I go on my story on like Instagram, and then whenever I sit here to create a podcast episode, and I feel like I could just get into it more and also deliver more to you. So I am super excited for it and just for everything that is going to come with it. We're going to be having some amazing guests on the show. We're going to be talking about all of the incredible things, how to make your life better, how to heal, ways to help literally create a better life in every single way, shape, and form, and just so many good nuggets. So I'm super excited, and it feels like it's finally happening. It's been a hot minute where I've been like planning it and doing so many things on the back end, trying to make it happen. And it was just like God was pushing it back because it was not the right time yet. So I am also super grateful that the time is finally here. One of my top goals now more than ever on the podcast is to actually give you tangible steps to take away and to take action on, to take aligned action and see results in your life. So to put in the work and actually see the results that you've been working for and praying for and manifesting into your fruition actually then happen for you. So real life things that you can apply to your every single day life that is going to make the most drastic difference ever. So yes, I am just excited for all of the things. Which brings us to today's topic of taking messy aligned action. So when you hear this, to take messy aligned action in your life and to implement taking action, what does this mean to you? Like, what do you feel when you hear this? Does it maybe strike a nerve? Because I know for me, whenever I have things that I need to be taking action on and I'm not, hearing this kind of gives me that tough love and like the kick to the ass to get going. So I used to get so stressed out when I heard this because I felt like it still wasn't going to be good enough, or how would I know when it was time to start, how to start. All of the things around starting is what I truly wanted to do. And instead of feeling excited because I was actually getting up and making a difference and going after my biggest dreams and biggest desires, I would instead feel so anxious and feed into all of the limiting beliefs that would come up. So whether it was imposter syndrome or fear of failure, fear of what others will think, whatever the list is of these limiting beliefs that would come up for me, it was like I was feeding into that negative narrative and instead staying the exact same, staying where I was, not seeing any results because it was like I was too scared to just start. And I feel like so many of us do this in so many different areas of our lives. Like this could be in anything. It could be in starting a podcast, in finding the love of your life, going after the dream job, quitting the job, like literally in every single area and aspect of our life. If you overthink it, instead of just taking the messy aligned action, trusting that God is guiding you and listening to your intuition, then you will forever be sitting there wishing that you just started. My philosophy to myself especially is start today, because tomorrow you'll wish you had started today. Which, when you think about it, if there was something that you've ever wanted to start and you waited on it and then finally did it, it's like it turns out so good, better than you could have ever even thought or imagined or planned, where you're like, I wish I would have started sooner. So, whatever is coming up for you right now when you hear this, ask yourself, what is the real reason that I'm not starting yet? And immediately something is going to come to mind for you. And right after that, tell yourself, this is a limiting belief. So you could decide you are going to fully step into your power and take the messy aligned action needed in order to get there today. You are literally that one decision of either I'm going to stay the exact same, I'm going to stay where I'm at and not do anything, or you could go complete opposite side of the spectrum and say, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'm going to go all in and be Delulu and just fully step into my confidence and just know that it's happening. Like, it is literally this or something better. Failure is not an option. This is whenever acting as if. So, law of assumption. How would you show up if it was guaranteed to happen for you? So, if this thing, this goal that you're working towards, if you knew 100% certainty in your heart that it was happening for you, how would you show up differently today? So I am a self-diagnosed ADHD queen, and for so long I would feed into this limiting belief. Instead of letting that be something that stops me or limits me in any way, I had to tunnel in on my focus. And instead really prioritizing time blocking and working on the task at hand. So putting on my blinders. Some of my favorite ways to do this to really ensure I would not get sidetracked or shiny object syndrome is the good old putting your phone on do not disturb and literally going all in on whatever the task at hand that you are working on. Something that I also really love to do is the 15-minute timer hack, where I set a 15-minute timer either on my watch or my phone, and for that 15 minutes I cannot do anything else except whatever task that I'm currently working on in that moment. So this is especially so helpful for all my ADHD queens out there, that we have so many amazing things going on all around us. And I feel like it's so easy to just like shiny object syndrome, especially with social media. So that was one of my biggest things, is I would catch myself scrolling, and then I would catch myself scrolling. I would feel like shit because I'm just scrolling and wasting time. I would start beating myself up because I'm just scrolling and wasting time. Like, it was just like a never ending negative cycle. So I'm like, no, we're not doing that. So after this 15 minutes is up, I will take a quick little like 3 or 5 minute break and just go walk around, check some water, go to the bathroom, whatever it is I need to do to give my mind a reset and then go back into it. So this is also called the pomodoro technique. If you have ever heard about it, it's so amazing. You can YouTube pomodoro technique, and they have so many different time increments that you could do this, and it's basically teaching you how to not scroll out and how to stay focused with the task at hand. So I love this when I am doing desk work on my computer, and I do longer increments of working. So like 25 minutes, then a 5-minute break, then back in for 25 minutes. So the time goes by so fast when you do this, but you also get so much finished during this time because it is all focused work. You are not wasting any time doing anything else except what you are focused on getting done. So I notice, especially whenever I'm like trying to clean my house, I will go from like one mess to the other mess to the other mess. So then it's just like I have 5 different things 25% finished because I scroll out, and I'll be like cleaning my room and then see a pile of laundry and then take it to the laundry room, and then I'm like, oh, I should take this load of laundry out of the dryer, and then I take it. Like, just, it's crazy. So doing this is so helpful to actually get stuff done instead of just having all of these amazing great ideas or projects that you really really want to do and get done, but feeling like you're constantly doing something and never finishing or never achieving or accomplishing because you're working on so many things at once. So this is spreading yourself so thin. So yes, if you get on YouTube and YouTube the Pomodoro technique, it is amazing. There are so many different ones that you can do and different times to see which time increment really works for you. And whenever I'm doing this, I love to just play super chill, vibey music and have the timer going so that you could see how much longer you have to work for. So most of the videos have music playing in the background, and then it has a little timer on screen. So It motivates you and keeps you focused. So very, very helpful. If you try it, let me know how you like it. So literally just doing these small different things and tips and tricks and figuring out what does work for you and what is going to get the needle moving in the direction you want in order to actually reach your goals. So instead of just setting and forgetting and then never seeing the results that you want, what do you need to do? What do you get to do to actually make these things happen for you in your life? So these small different things, but the biggest thing is just taking the action, just taking the messy aligned action and getting the ball rolling. So action over planning. It is so easy because I also do this, and it's like getting stuck in the how. When you have this really amazing, incredible idea that has been placed on your heart and you feel so inspired to do it, it is so important that you step into action while you're feeling that passion for it in this moment. Because taking the action towards it and doing the things for it while you're feeling that passionate about it is going to deliver such different results rather than if you're feeling the passion and then you just sit around, let a million things play out instead, trying to like get ready for it and make everything so perfect. Then it's like when you actually go to do it and get started, the passion isn't there the way it was. So the passion isn't burning as hot anymore, and you are not going to deliver the same results that you would have had you taken action while you were feeling like the burning sensation, passionate fire inside of you. So when you have that idea placed on your heart, know that it is for a reason. Take action in that moment, even if it's like doing a brain dump and getting it all out of your head, whether it's like pen on paper or a notes app in your phone, whatever it is, but taking action in that moment that you're feeling it. So take the messy aligned action and just start. You are not supposed to know it all before you get going. So as a matter of fact, it's pretty much impossible to know it all before you start. I always think about that song by Wale, The Matrimony. If you know, you know. If not, go listen to it. Where it's like you hear the loud clickas, the loud sound, the chunka, chunka, chunka. And it's talking about marriage and how you try and plan so much and so hard for your wedding and how marriage is going to be. And you can truly only plan so much because it is a completely new thing in your life. It's a new chapter. It's new growth. So you've never been to this success or experienced this level before. So you are literally not going to know all of the things about it. It's impossible because it's new. It's growth. It's like new level unlocked. You are learning as you go through the experiences and as you make the moves and do the things. So you grow as you go. And this is in all aspects of your life. So ask yourself this. If instead of trying to make every single thing perfect before I started the thing or stepped into this highest version of myself, I instead focused on just taking the messy aligned action over perfection. So if I focused on doing one task each day that is going to get me closer to my goal, how different would my life look in 1 month or in 6 months or a year? So really get down to the nitty gritty and ask yourself right now, if I decided right now in this moment, today, to go all in on all of my goals and my dreams and my desires and to show up consistently in a way that is going to get me the results that I want to see, how different would your life look? It's crazy, right? So now is your time. If you are listening to this episode right now, it is for a reason. There's no such things as coincidences. Like I said, this was the relaunch of the podcast. So it's like if you stumbled upon this episode, it is for you. It is meant for you. This is whenever I sit and I'm like, okay, God, I hear you. I see you. I so often, I've said this before, it's like I want God to like call me on the phone and be like, hey, like this is your message. This is the sign I'm trying to send you. And it's not like that. So when things like this happen, again, it's not a coincidence. This is God placing it on your heart and telling you like, okay, it is time. It is go time. It is time for you to step in to your power, claim your confidence, and show up for the life that you are promising yourself. So you will literally never get this moment back. And in 10 years, you will have looked back and wish you would have started sooner. So this is your sign. Take this moment today, right now, as your sign from God in the universe, in this divine timing, to just start where you are. Take the messy aligned action. You truly, truly deserve to live the life that you are praying about. So it is now your responsibility to show up in a way that's going to make it happen. All right, my friend, this is where I love you and leave you. As always, please let me know your thoughts, your takeaways, your next step actions that you're going to be taking. Message me on Instagram at Kenzie Llewellyn, and I can't wait to chat with you. If you haven't already, please follow the podcast, download, and leave a review wherever you are listening in from. I love you so much, and I appreciate you so much, and I can't wait to talk with you next week. Bye.